Switching gears, 2 new art murals are now completed at Holyoke Community College. It's just our first stop as Western Mass News goes town by town. One mural is located on the second floor of the campus center and one is located outside. These are a part of the 12 murals going up around Holyoke as a part of the Beyond Walls 2023 art tour. Artists will continue painting these large-scale murals throughout the city until July 30th. And Springfield Technical Community College hosted a College for Kids summer program today. The event included a public speaking lesson called Take the Mic. Today's guest speaker was Springfield native Alicia Cutting. The event also featured fun interactive activities, arts and crafts, creative writing activities, and much more. The program kicked off at 10:30 this morning. And over in Granville, the town's public library will be holding an information session on how you can avoid identity theft. The event will take place next Tuesday on July 25th from 6:30 until 7:30 p.m. Registration is required and police are urging residents to go ahead and sign up.